G'day, Captain Australia here. So we are in Port Macquarie, having a wander around. So I've got a room here. It's at the Palm Court Motel, and can't check in until 1 o'clock, so I'm having a bit of a wander. Thought I'd go see if I could find, I tell you, my back, with that bag off my back, I don't know myself. I feel like I could take one of these cars over here, lift the bad boy up over my head. So, you know, that's maybe instructive, you know, that suffering, yeah, it builds your strength, and when you are no longer suffering, it's joy that takes its place. So, sorry, old man babble. I see a Dan Murphy's. Should Captain Australia get drunk? Oh, we got a comment, sorry. Barry says, "G'day, Captain." Hey, Barry, how are you, mate? You bloody legend. There's a liquor land. Place seems really deserted. I think there's lots of cars and there are people out. But fewer people walking down the sidewalk. I think there's a bit of a COVID explosion going on at the moment here. Lots of shops that are shut. I want a Coles. There's a Coles. Can you see that red sign? I see the LES, which tells me, with my brilliant powers of deduction, that either it's, you know, a high chic fashion place exclusively for women who like women, or, yep, see, I see a Coles. Lovely. So I'm going to wander into Coles and supply up, get some food to gorge myself on today in the comfort of a air-conditioned motel room. Happy Sunday, you champ Simon. You're doing such a great thing. Take care, says Amanda. Cheers, Amanda. What a lovely comment. Jake says, lucky to still have some beautiful weather, Captain. Yeah, look, the yesterday was not. So last night, thunderstorm hit. So I was camped in Scrub on a place called, I think it's Potter's Head Road or something. Long, windy, sandy, four-wheel drive road down the coast between Crescent Head and Port Macquarie. So I was just camped in some scrub, and then I start getting texts about a tsunami warning. There I am right by the beach. The storm was reasonably intense too, lots of thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening. Galileo, Galileo, Galileo Figaro, Magnifico. I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves me. Oh, that's sad. Okay, so there is our Coles. Check that out. Yeah, boy. See to the iggity-oles. So I'm going to go in there and buy some stuff, but I'll have a sit down and a chat first. Yeah, so last night, horrible storm. Resisted it okay. I think the tarp is starting to give up a little bit. Try increasing your spiritual capacity with rum. It's Aussie made. Chunk. You see, I know, having met you face to face, having shook your hand, having heard you give me wisdom before, I know you are a wise man. So now I realise that I probably should get a bottle of rum. But I'm not sure, you know, like the walking, it will expand my spiritual side, but at the expense of my physical. And tomorrow I want to make some Ks. So yeah, maybe not rum. We've got, lucky to still have beautiful weather. Yeah, it is a gorgeous day today, but yeah, yesterday not so much. So, you know, thoughts go to the islands of Tonga, where this tsunami threat has probably had its worst. I don't know what's going on. So I'm eager to get into the motel room and maybe catch up, plug in, get up on a bit of news and stuff. So I was just dark, thunderbolts, lightning, rain, huddled under my tarp, a little bit of water leaking through. It's starting to sort of get a bit compromised, but still okay. And then tsunami warning. So yeah, for me last night was just resisting the weather, but today it's so great I get to sleep in a safe warm bed in a pleasant little beach town. Well, it's no longer a little beach town, it never was, I suppose. Port Macquarie's always been pretty big. We've got another comment. Renee says, wonderful winds last night. Was thinking of how you were holding up. Hectic storm. Good to see you made it through. Yeah, it was pretty full on. The intensity of the lightning where I was anyway was really magnificent. So when it wasn't raining, I was just laying there watching the storm. It was lovely, powerful. Will you make Sydney by the 26th? Asked Chunk. I don't know, mate. You know, I mean, I could. It's in me. But it'd be powering down the freeway. So I had a choice back at Coffs Harbour to turn in, go Clybucca, follow the recommendation of Giles and Jules. Go Clybucca, Gladstone, follow that beautiful road along the Belmore River. It was gorgeous. Like, that river was just gorgeous. And then all the national parks and beaches and Crescent Head, which was magnificent. So I've had a lovely adventure, but it's probably added 20k to what I could have been in Port Macquarie yesterday. And if I power down the motorway from here, I don't know exactly how far Sydney is, but let's say I just go mental and do 50k a day and do it. Yeah, I get there by Australia Day, but yeah, I miss out on so much. So I think I'll just continue taking the load. I think I'll just continue taking the roadless travel, you know. Just follow the advice of the locals about what's the most beautiful area to pass through, and do it that way. So will I make Sydney by the 26th? Hey, I don't know. Open question, but I doubt it. I think 26th I'll probably be somewhere like Newcastle, and yeah, just continuing to make my way down. So I think all in all, I had planned originally to finish the big walk on the 1st of March, ambling into Federation Square in Melbourne. Now I think it's going to be more like mid-March. I think it's going to take me at least a week or two longer. And it hurt me at first, that idea, because that's 2 weeks away from my kids, but now I realise the investment is worth it. Nicer to have adventures along the way, enjoying seeing your travels. Cheers, Kelso. Yeah. So I'll do a better job of catching some of these adventures too. Like, so, I didn't even tell you. So I got a bunch of photos that'll update from yesterday. Welcome to Port Macquarie, mate. You're a legend. So much respect for you. Well, thanks. Was that Dave? Cheers, Dave. Thank you so much. Yeah, so I got a bunch of photos that like I had zero reception for much of yesterday through the national parks. So I'll update those photos. Pardon me. If I don't drink water, I get dry mouth. That is not a COVID cough. That's a cancer cough. Sorry, more comments bubbling through. Let's see. Renee says, you need to find a masseuse for those poor feet and legs of yours. How's your mindset today? I know you've said family... Sorry. Weighing heavy on your mind. I can't imagine how hard it is for you being away from them so long. Stay positive. Oh yeah, it is, but it's a self-inflicted harm, you know? So, like, cutting yourself and then whining when you bleed, it's a bit silly. So yeah, it was a special kind of hurt in those first weeks, missing my family, but I've adjusted, I've adapted. We talk every day, and when I'm in a motel and I've got a good Wi-Fi, we have these lovely FaceTime hangouts. So it's all good, you know. That side of things is always going to be, you know, a burden that I have to carry, and I'll just keep carrying it. I'm doing okay. Everything aside from that, absolutely fine. Throw weather at me, throw a tsunami, risk, do whatever you need to do. I'm in it for the adventure. That's good. Yeah, but missing the family is the hardest part, but I'm at peace with it. So what was I saying? Oh dear, old man garden path, and then he goes this way and that way and this way and that way, and he gets lost. And yeah, okay. So photos from yesterday. That's right. So I'll upload all of them when I get back to the motel. But I had an encounter and I completely failed to film it. So I sat down in the national park by the side of this sort of sandy, rutted old road, and in my bag I have these protein bars, so I'm eating a protein bar, drinking some water, and I just heard this slight movement off to my left, and I'm normally really vigilant, really snake aware. So as I walk, I'm always like, it's sort of like you've got these three spots immediately in front of your feet, a meter in front of your feet, and then further down the path, and you always sort of just flicker between the two just to make sure you're not going to step on and interfere with a snake. Anyway, I'd sat down and I was resting my old legs, and I heard this little rustle to my left, and within like a meter of me, and it's a horribly stupid mistake, there was this big, it's not a brown snake, I think it's like a sand snake or a taipan or something, just sort of curled up there. He was like having a look at me, I was having a look at him, and my first impulse should have been, oh, let's grab the camera and then freak out. No, don't freak out actually. So I just like, oh, g'day mate, I'll be moving on now. This is clearly your territory, buddy. So I just sort of got the bag and moved along a bit, but it was a magnificent creature. It was really like quite big. So you know, I guess a full-grown adult, all just curled up there by the side of the road, I think, enjoying the sun. Anyway, so this afternoon, laundry, food, rest, Coles, cold drink, Captain Australia, veg out, trying to catch up on the news, and I'm going to do a little bit of planning for the next leg of the walk. My intention, I think, from Port Macquarie is, from what I had a chat to a lovely local family this morning, and the dad seemed to suggest that I could get all the way down to a place called Hastings or something. I can't remember what it was called, but I can continue down the coastline from here rather than take the motorway. So I'm gonna just sort of do a bit of kick the tires on that and make sure that's viable, and then move forward. Laundry, food and rest sound like a great plan, says Sonia. Damn straight they do. Yeah, so I'll get a good rest and a good feed, and tomorrow just be well and truly ready to power down. Power down? Power on. Power down is like when a robot switches off, like powering down, master. So no, power on. Okay, Port Macquarie. This is sort of the shopping district, so there's not much to show you. It's a nice sort of spread out town. So I'm going to head off to Coles, grab some food, and I just thought I'd give you a quick update. Later, expect a bunch of photos that I failed to upload yesterday, and I'll check in for a chat from the motel once I'm settled. All right, you take care of yourselves. Port is lovely. Yeah, it is. It seems pretty lovely, and it's it's not oppressively hot, but it's bright and warm and completely blue sky. Look at that. It's like just, yeah, it's a lovely, gorgeous day. Make sure I don't get run over. I'm not going to get run over. All good. So yeah, I'll sign out there. Otherwise, I'll go on another of my old man rambles. And there's Coles. They want to put some food in my belly, so I'm going to let them. All right, see you later. Thank you very much.